Hi guys, I'm Riza with Full Awakening, and I'm here to bring you your weekly 11:11 teaching and meditation. So today our teaching is called the Self-Love Slow Dance. And I'm going to just talk about this a little bit. This concept is kind of foreign, kind of silly, but also really, really beautiful and can be deep, deep self-work. So the image that Spirit brought was the image of peekaboo. So you know the reason that kids love peekaboo so much? You close your eyes and then you reveal your eyes. It's because we get to touch the essence of each other through our eyes, right? So for a baby, when they can't see your eyes, it's like you've disappeared. And then when they get to see your eyes again, it's like you've reappeared. They so strongly identify that feeling of connection through the eyes, right? So our eyes are very powerful, and we know this innately from a very young age. So the idea is that in order to do any of the work that we really want to do in the world, in order to walk forward and to create the life that we want to live, to be able to have the kind of relationships we want to have, it has to start from within, from us falling in love with the light that we bring to this earth that is uniquely ours. So we're going to go into a meditation where we're going to eyeball gaze a little bit. We're going to get really close and embrace the love that is ours to give. And we're going to receive our own love through this practice. We're also going to be working with the infinity sign. So the infinity sign is something that's beautiful to draw on a piece of paper. It's beautiful to feel in your physical body. And I like to use the infinity sign a lot. When I used to do body work, I would actually kind of insert the infinity sign into a person's body through energy movement because it really helps to balance us out. So it balances right and left, it balances our brain, but also we can feel it between ourselves and someone else, that heart connection that helps to sort of bind us together and connect our hearts. And through our hearts, we can be infinitely connected. So, a lot of times when we talk about cutting the cords, or, you've heard that term before, if you're in the transformational or healing communities, cutting cords, often we become attached and connected to each other in ways that are not sustainable. So with a lover, we might become attached in our root chakra area. With other people in our life, we might become attached mentally or through our power centers and our solar plexus. These are all places that are just unsustainable to maintain connection, and often we'll get into a power struggle there where one person's sort of feeding off another person. So we can cut all those connections. However, if we stay connected through our hearts, we can connect to anyone and everyone infinitely. It's an untappable resource. We cannot exhaust the resource of our heart connectivity. So we're going to use that today to sort of use that infinity sign to connect to our own hearts and use that as a way of experiencing this sort of infinite love capacity so that then we can extend that to others as well. All right, so if you'll close your eyes with me, we'll go into our meditation state. All right, go ahead and close your eyes and connect in with your breath by taking a couple deep, deep breaths through your nose and out through your nose. In through your nose and out through your nose. Allowing yourself to come fully into your body. Feeling the concentration of your attention and focus in your body, probably around your mind. Most people experience a lot of their energy circling around their mind, their shoulders. Sometimes you might experience it in other parts of your body, especially if those parts of your body are experiencing physical pain. But we're going to even out that focus into the entire body. So wherever you're finding that concentration, let's assume it's in the mind, we're going to brush our attention throughout our body and even the spread of our conscious attention down through our neck, our shoulders, noticing how your body naturally wants to come into alignment as you focus energy there, into our upper back, and down our arms to our hands, down our shoulders into our chest, and down into our bellies, inviting every area that you come into conscious contact with to soften, release, and come into a state of presence. Now drawing that attention and that focus down into the hips and pelvic bowl, down into the thighs, knees, calves and shins, all the way down into the ankles, the feet, and the toes. Allowing your whole body to be present in time and space and in this present moment. And I want you to imagine that you're inside of your heart sanctuary. So if you've meditated with me before, you might have traveled to this place. And we're not going to do a long journey to get there because we really want to focus on what we find in there. So I want you to imagine that you're standing in a cave, a lovely, warm cave, lit and heated with a lovely fire. And imagine that there is a full-length mirror in that cave. I have something making noise, so I'm going to make the noise stop. So imagine that there's a beautiful full-length mirror in your cave. And just take a moment imagining that in this warm, welcoming, safe space that you're barefoot, standing on the bare ground in front of this mirror. I always like to bring some attention to our bare feet because I find that this anchors our visionary mind in our physical bodies. It makes them line up. So take a moment just focusing on the sensation in your feet as you stand barefoot in front of this full-length mirror. Even perhaps look down at your feet and the color of stone that they're standing on or other type of flooring. Notice the temperature of the floor, the smoothness or roughness of it. Feel it with your toes. Remembering your breath. Smelling the air. Now, just like we were talking about at the very beginning of this meditation, we're going to play peekaboo with ourselves by suddenly looking up into the mirror and making eye contact with ourselves. Feeling that feeling of surprise and delight, like a child playing peekaboo, to see your own light shining back at you. Now, this may be different than most of your experiences looking in the mirror where you're microanalyzing your skin or a blemish or looking at some physical trait that you feel sensitive about. Right now, all you're doing is making direct eye contact with yourself. Noticing your eyes the way that a new lover would notice your eyes. Noticing the shape and the glistening shine, the color of your iris, the patterns. So unique to you. Notice the feeling of love and kindness emanating from your eyes as you make this kind of contact with yourself. Stare at yourself until you can feel the love inside of you beaming. A little bit of smile. sprouting on your lips, because we know this has a way of lifting and activating the heart. Feeling that love rise in your body, that little pop of oxytocin being released. And now this is called the self-love slow dance. So it kind of evokes that feeling of slow dances from middle school. You're just going to sway with yourself. So imagine that you can lean your forehead against the mirror and feel your forehead and the reflection meeting you. Giving that kind of Eskimo kiss, that Maori greeting, forehead to forehead, nose to nose. And just begin to allow your body to sway. So close your eyes and imagine that music is playing just for you here in your heart sanctuary. And that it's inviting your body to just sway. And as you sway, imagine that the infinity sign is getting activated inside your body. Bring it to the level of your shoulders and then down to your heart level, side to side. And just feel yourself moving that infinity sign of energy through your heart into each shoulder, around the base of your shoulders and your arms, kind of like this infinity sign is giving you a big hug. Just feel your swaying, moving this infinity sign. Connecting your right and your left sides, connecting your analytical and creative sides, connecting your feminine and masculine sides, connecting. And now we're going to rotate that infinity sign, keeping our sway, and we're going to feel it connecting our heart to our reflection. Feeling that infinity sign move out, connect, loop, and then come back to us again. And just work this energy looping between your heart and your reflection. Taking this moment to appreciate yourself, to thank yourself for showing up here on earth at this unbelievably challenging and bountiful time. Thank yourself for showing up today. Whatever day this is for you, whatever day you're watching this on, you showed up today. And you're showing up right now. And you're bravely willing to engage the idea that you are worthy of love, you are worthy of your own love, you're capable of giving that love, and most importantly, you're capable of receiving that love. And that is not only okay, but important that you start with yourself. So keep swaying for a few moments longer. And notice this infinity sign connecting your heart with your reflection's heart, symbolically connecting your body with your soul. And let it be a color. Let that feeling of love that exists within you be a color, or a series of colors, unique like your iris, uniquely your own. Beautiful. And now you're going to clasp your hands in front of your heart, and you can lightly open your eyes if you like. And you're going to bring that color into your hands. So now you're sort of rubbing that heart infinity sign, sort of like thread between your hands, like yarn that you're making. And let's rub that color that you gathered. So mine was like a light blue with a white, maybe a little bit of blush colored in there. It's always interesting to ask yourself what color the energy is. For me, it's always something that I don't expect, which just affirms my sense of intuition and connectivity. You know, it's not something I made up, it's something that just exists, right? So now we're going to make a little ball of energy created from that heart connection we can have with ourselves and therefore we can have with others. My goodness, if we can love ourselves in an honest way, we can absolutely give that love to those around us. So make that a little bit bigger. Remember your color, the color of your infinity sign of love. And we're going to put our earth inside of there, noticing each being is like a little spark of light lighting up the map of the world. And we're going to send that love down into the world, our own love, our own appreciation, our own sense of surprise and delight that we've shown up and that we continue to show up. And squeeze it into the earth. And then pull that into your heart. Pull that intention in. So let your intention this weekend, as we go into Valentine's Day weekend and Valentine's Day season, and also Black History Month, and many other celebrations probably around the world, let it be fueled by love. And let that love be fueled not just by your feeling that you should be loving others better, but by the knowing that you can love yourself fully. If you can love yourself fully, you can love anyone, okay? And anything. And that's what we need, because our ability to love is at the base of our ability to connect, our ability to create loving, solid connections, and those relationships are at the center of our humanity. So we're reaching back towards the very base of what we are. We are love. All right, y'all. I love you. I thank you for joining me and being here with me today. I hope that you are well wherever you are in your part of the world. And for those of you who are on my newsletter mailing list, you'll be getting a newsletter later today making announcements about all the big changes we're going through. I look forward to sharing them with you. Okay, I hope you are well and see you next week.